I received a tremendous amount of positive feedback after I posted my Agile 8 flexibility and mobility routine for the lower body on my Ask Joe section a couple weeks ago, and a lot of people saw tremendous results immediately from that really simple program. So a lot of people asked me to provide a similar routine, a simple routine for the upper body. A lot of people have shoulder pain and just tightness in the upper body, so I have a real simple routine that I'm going to show you now that I perform for my upper body, and it's really helped alleviate a ton of shoulder pain and just improve the range of motion in my upper body. You can do this in the morning when you wake up or right before your upper body workouts. All you need is a foam roller and a band. I'm going to use it a little bit. Right here is just a half foam roller, no big deal. We're going to start with a basic roll of the thoracic spine. The key here is you want to make sure you separate your scapula when you roll. You'll notice I'm really going to pull my shoulder blades apart. I'm going to grab my hands on my shoulders. I'm going to place my hands on my shoulders to really separate the scapula. And then I'm going to roll about 10 times right down the middle. Then I'm going to angle to my left. Roll about 10 times, and then angle to my right, and roll about 10. Then you can take a couple more passes over the middle. Make sure you're keeping your hips up so your weight is really on the foam roller. That's going to be the initial exercise, just a good one to really soften the tissue, warm up the muscles before we get into some of the stretches. The next one with the foam roller is for an area right behind your armpit that a lot of guys don't even know how tight and sensitive it is, but it's an area that is prone to a lot of adhesions and just soreness and pain, and you don't know it's there until you do this one. What you're going to do is put the foam roller right in your armpit, lean right down on your armpit, and then what I want you to do is rotate your body back just a little bit. You'll feel a tender spot, that's where we want to be, and then just a real short movement. We're going to go back and forth. Real sensitive area where the lats kind of tie in. You got the teres minor, the infraspinatus. It's a tough area to get to on your own, so the foam roller really helps. Alleviate the pain. Same thing, about 10 to 15 rolls. Obviously do both arms, just trying to save some time here. That's all you need the foam roller for. Next thing we're going to do is a shoulder capsule stretch. This stretch has literally saved my shoulders. It's a really tough stretch. It puts your shoulder in a vulnerable position, so be careful, take it real slow. I'm now able to get my palm to the ground, but a lot of people aren't going to be able to get there right off the bat. What you're going to do is lay on your side, angle your upper arm about 45 degrees to your body, and then what you're going to do, grab the top of your hand with your opposite hand, kind of position your body so you're not in too much pain. When you find that position, just gently push down. Try to relax, breathe normally. We're going to hold this about 30-45 seconds. Every couple seconds, try to push down a little bit more. So I'm able to get my hand to the ground now. The two ways to increase this stretch is obviously pushing your hand closer to the ground or also bringing your hand in closer to your body. Once you get to that point, just hold. Feel a big stretch in the back of your shoulder. When you're done, release it real slow. Again, this is a vulnerable position for your shoulder, but great stretch. That's the stretch we're going to do after the 2 foam roller exercises. Now I'm going to stand up and do the 3 standing stretches. Going to try to give you a little better angle here. I'm not the greatest cameraman. All right. See what I tell you. All right, as you can see, I have a band hanging from the top of my rack. You can hang it from anywhere. Why I like to use the band is the best way to stretch your pec is on this angle, a 45-degree angle. This is the angle that your pec fibers run. So you really get a deep intense stretch when you stretch on this angle as opposed to just straight out, down. This is the best angle to stretch your pec here. It's almost, feel some traction, real deep, good stretch. So you're just gonna hold this for about 30 to 45 seconds, leaning a little more forward each time, get a real good stretch there. Obviously do both arms. After that, we're gonna go into a basic static lat stretch. Get in the doorway, power rack, whatever, just grab something that's sturdy and lean back, rotate side to side, feel where the tight fibers are, hold that. Same thing, about 30 to 45 seconds each arm. Then the finisher stretch, we're going to use the band again, give it a little better angle. I'm going to take my band, and this is somewhat of a dynamic stretch for your pecs and really loosens up your shoulder, gets the blood flowing. You're going to grab a band. When you first start, grab it wider. The wider you go, it's a little less intense. When I first started, I had to grab the band all the way out. And what you're going to do is just bring your arms up and over, and then back and down. Up and over, back and down. You can do a couple of reps wide, and then as you feel things loosening up, come in a little tighter, and that increases the stretch a little bit. The closer you go with your hand spacing, the more of a stretch. Usually I go about shoulder width now. And the good thing about the band is you have a little give, so you can pull it apart a little bit at the top, come back and around, and then return. Back and around, and return. I'll usually do about 8 to 10 reps, 2 sets, and then that concludes the warm-up. Real simple, doesn't even take you 5 minutes. After I go through this, whatever my first exercise is, a couple warm-up sets with that, and we're ready to lift some heavy weights. Give it a try.